Good evening and welcome to Emonews. This is the news package for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. I am your presenter, Anna Benjamin.
And I'm Rick Francis.
In the headlines,
Campari hits up Spice Mass 2025.
St. Lucia retains title at 2025 OECS Boxing Championships.
Import permits now required for fresh food items brought into Dominica.
Matron praises Yes We Care caregivers for compassion and commitment.
And Gems Foundation hosts successful inaugural Artisan market.
And Ghana helicopter crash kills government ministers and 6 others.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
And starting things off with local news, the Dominica Athletics Association, DAA, has awarded the inaugural Athlete Legacy Scholarship to 3 deserving secondary school athletes, marking a new initiative to support young talent based on financial need. The scholarship is funded by past and present national athletes who will also mentor the recipients. Congratulations to the 2025 recipients, the Janik Didier, Westmount Rangers Athletics Club, Nayola Aline, Striders Athletics Club, and Keone Esprit, Pioneers Athletics Club.
And in more local news, 9 caregivers under the Yes We Care program have successfully completed a 3-week training initiative at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. The hands-on training included ward placements and practical instruction in key areas of patient care. At the award ceremony held on Wednesday, July 30th, Matron Emmeline Matthew of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital commended participants of the Yes We Care program for their outstanding contributions. She noted their achievements go far beyond technical training, emphasizing that true caregiving is rooted in service, compassion, and quality care. Matron Matthew highlighted the program's focus on nurturing not just skilled professionals, but caregivers who are deeply committed to the well-being and dignity of those they serve.
Uplift the lives you touch and inspire others to learn with purpose. Once again, welcome and congratulations to all of you on a job well done. I really look forward to a continued collaboration with the Yes We Care program because honestly, it brought joy to me, to other supervisors on the ward. Thank you.
And in other local news, visitors traveling to Dominica with fresh fruits, vegetables, meat, or seafood must now obtain an import permit, according to Petra Grell Shillingford, Communications Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. Permits for fruits, vegetables, and meat are available at the Van Noos House on Charles Avenue, that's opposite the Aid Bank, while permits for seafood can be obtained at the Rose of Fisheries on the Bayfront. Shillingford stressed that this measure is vital to protect public health, local agriculture, and wildlife from harmful diseases and invasive species.
We know that this weekend, as with all weekends during the summer leading up to Independence and Christmas, are very busy in terms of the importation of fresh produce, namely vegetables, fish, and of course, meats and dairy products. So we are reminding the general public that in order for these items to be allowed into Dominica, a permit is required. That permit is obtained from the Division of Agriculture during normal working hours or online via the Government of Dominica's website, and that permit costs $10 EC. That has to be in the name of the person importing that particular commodity. Once again, we are urging the general public that the planned quarantine officers stationed at the various ports of entry, that is the ferry terminal on the Bayfront, the Douglas Charles Airport, and of course the Portsmouth Longhouse Port, the quarantine officers are following the law and procedure, and therefore they have to ensure that a permit is on hand. That permit is only used for one consignment, it cannot be duplicated, and that permit is not allowed to be in the electronic form. That permit has to be physical, because we have tried within the Division of Agriculture to accommodate the general public, and that has been unsuccessful. So once again, we are there to assist the public. We are there in terms of the security of our biodiversity, and we're asking and urging you, so in order that due diligence is undertaken, numbers to call are 266-3807 or 266-3828 for any further information. But once again, we normally obtain the cooperation of the general public. So we are urging that this time is no different, that these procedures are followed. Thank you.
And Campari is making a bold splash at Spice Mass 2025, adding its signature flavor and vibrant energy to Grenada's biggest cultural celebration. As a sponsor of top pre-carnival events like Crave, Pre-Day, and Brunch and Soca, Campari is serving up crowd-favorite cocktails such as Campari Grapefruit, Orange, and Pineapple throughout the season. This year also sees the debut of Campari Boulevard on Kirani James Boulevard, an immersive space featuring music, food, entertainment, and signature drinks. It's designed to be a carnival hotspot for revelers and creatives alike. Spice Mass is pure Caribbean energy, and Campari is proud to be part of that spirit, said Teresa Higgins Edwards, Regional Marketing Manager. We're bringing an unforgettable experience to Grenada. Following successful carnival activations across the region, Campari's Red Passion campaign continues to deepen its cultural impact, focusing on meaningful connections and memorable experiences. Through Campari Boulevard and our signature events, we're creating lasting memories and building stronger ties with Grenadians, said Timothy Peters, brand manager at Bryden and Miners. With bold flavors and creative flair, Campari invites all to feel the red passion at Spice Mass 2025. And Spice Mass will be held from August 1st to August 12th. And the Ministry of Agriculture's Fisheries Division is alerting fisherfolk, especially along Dominica's east coast, about increased sargassum influxes impacting coastal areas. The buildup of seaweed can damage boat engines, disrupt navigation and catches, and pose health risks due to decomposing gases. And the ministry said that fisherfolk should follow these safety tips. 1. Avoid thick sargassum mats. Inspect and clear engines regularly. Wear gloves and long sleeves when handling gear. Watch for gas exposure symptoms, example dizziness and nausea, and expect changes in catch patterns, example more dolphin and fewer flying fish. Seamoss farmers should reinforce lines to handle extra weights, regularly clear sargassum, use nets to divert seaweed, and avoid new planting during peak season. The Fisheries Division urges all to stay alert and follow these precautions as they continue monitoring the situation. And the GEMS Foundation proudly wrapped up its first ever GEMS Artisan Market, held August 1st to 3rd at Fortium Hotel, celebrating local creativity, culture, and community. The 3-day event featured 32 Dominican artisans offering fashion, home decor, wellness products, crafts, jewelry, and more. Visitors met the makers, supported small businesses, and enjoyed vibrant performances from artists like Amika Cognet, Noel Grove, and the Sixth Form Cicely Singers. This wasn't just a market, it was a movement, said J.L. Joseph, event lead.
So, GAM, the Gems Artisan Market, of course, was more than a market. It was really a movement. I got to interact with so many different artisans, and we were happy to create a space where artisans could showcase their work, build their customer base, and really connect with other entrepreneurs and partners. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive, and the people who came, they seemed so satisfied. They also seemed very impressed, and we're so proud that we were able to spotlight the depth of Dominican talent and what Dominica has to offer.
Artisans praised the exposure, sales, and networking opportunities. We sold well, gained visibility, and proudly represented Dominican-made products, said Janik Samuel of Zoro's Rewards Rub.
The artisan market was a long time coming to Dominica, and we were excited about being a part of this venture. The location was an amazing choice. It was just perfect for this market. The people who came through, whether they were foreigners or they were Dominicans, many knew what an artisan market was about. They knew how to act and what to do and how to buy and how to support. And we really enjoyed being a part of the venture. Like I said earlier, Rewards Rub, the brand of Rewards Rub needed to get out, and this was a perfect opportunity to not only sell our products, because we did sell well, and we were surprised at how much support we got on the sales, but we were also happy to let people know that we are here and this company is Dominican. Formulations are Dominican, something to be proud of. We cannot wait for our next one. Hope it's very soon. Do not take too long. Thank you to GEM Foundation for putting on this venture. Wow. WOW. Thank you.
The GEMS Foundation thanks all sponsors, performers, and attendees for making the event a success. With glowing feedback and strong community support, GEMS Artist Market is set to become an annual celebration of Dominican excellence.
5 diplomats, including Dominica's ambassador, Crispin Gregoire, were recognized at the 17th Annual Diplomat Diversity Gala held on August 3, 2025 in Los Angeles, California. Hosted by Ambassador April Sutton at the Porsche showroom, the red carpet event featured a Caribbean-inspired reception and honored diplomats from Sweden, Belize, Azerbaijan, and Morocco. Ambassador Gregoire, the guest of honor, addressed the 200 guests and was praised for his impactful diplomatic career, including roles at the UN and as a key figure behind the UN Slavery Memorial and the International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery. Special meetings were arranged from Gregoire with notable figures like Grammy winner Larry Dunn and Langer's Juice president Bruce Langer. Also in regional news, Liat Air is marking a milestone, reflecting on the success of its inaugural season, which began in August 2024. The airline's historic first flight to St. Lucia set the stage for a renewed vision of regional travel. From August to December 2024, Liat connected Caribbean islands, reinforcing the message that dependable travel could return, and that a stronger united Caribbean was not just a goal, but a reality. Each flight served as a symbol of recovery and trust, deepening the airline's commitment to the region and its people. As the aircraft celebrates this significant achievement, it remains focused on expanding its reach and continuing to serve the Caribbean community. And moving on to Grenada, the Grenada Tourism Authority, GTA, has wrapped up a strategic international tour across Canada, the US, and the UK, aiming to boost airlift, trade ties, and visibility for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Chairman Randall Doland, CEO Stacey Liberd, and Sales and Marketing Director Tonya Charles met with airline partners, travel advisors, media, and tour operators in Toronto, New York, and London, promoting Grenada's refreshed brand and deepening key partnerships. Highlights included curated dinners, media features in outlets like the New York Times and Essence, and strategic meetings with Air Canada, Virgin Atlantic, and British Airways. Top advisors were also rewarded with hosted trips to Grenada. Reflecting on the success of the tour, CEO Stacey Libbard stated, "The purpose of this tour extends beyond merely presenting Grenada's dynamic tourism offerings. It's about forging enduring relationships that will contribute to a robust, resilient, and enriched future for our destination." Canada, the UK, and the US remain crucial markets for Grenada, and this visit provided a valuable opportunity to engage directly with key influencers and decision makers shaping travel trends and preferences. The DGA remains focused on turning international engagement into real benefits for the Tri-Island destination.
And in more regional news, Barbados, Belize, and Jamaica will receive US $26.7 million from the Green Climate Fund to support a new Caribbean Development Bank energy initiative. The program, scaling up the deployment of integrated utility services, aims to accelerate clean energy adoption and benefit over 40,000 people. This is the Caribbean Development Bank's first Green Climate Fund approved program, marking a major step in promoting affordable, renewable energy and climate resilience across the region. Phase 1 will run for 6 years, with a goal to expand to more Caribbean nations in Phase 2. The Caribbean Development Bank and partners will also contribute over US $42 million, supporting utility-led models that help customers access, install, and maintain sustainable energy systems, lowering costs and emissions. The program was approved during the Green Climate Fund Board's 42nd meeting in Papua New Guinea on July 3, 2025.
And finally, in regional news, Jamaica proudly celebrated its 63rd year of independence. A momentous occasion marked a national pride, cultural expression, and reflection on the island's journey since gaining freedom from British colonial rule on August 6, 1962.
OJ.
Be up. Now look at me at a quarter. I wonder where I should be. I don't know what to do or what I should say, but I gotta make up my mind for seeing those strangers around and every monster's here. Tonight we don't care. I feel a pilot's dead, like a dish that jump up, pull out.
Now let's take a look at international news. Just before midnight on Thursday, former President Donald Trump took to Truth Social to announce that billions of dollars in revenue would begin flowing into the US as his new reciprocal tariffs came into effect. The updated tariffs target exports from several of America's trading partners, raising duties across a range of goods. It's midnight. Billions of dollars in tariffs are now flowing into the United States of America, Trump declared. Trump and his advisors have previously praised the impact of earlier tariff hikes, claiming they boosted government revenue with causing a recession or sparking major inflation. However, economists have raised concerns about the latest round of tariffs, warning they could add to inflationary pressures and slow job growth.
And in some sad news out of Ghana, 8 people, including 2 senior government ministers, were killed when a military helicopter crashed in Ghana on Wednesday. The aircraft, a Z-9 military helicopter, departed from the capital, Accra, and was en route to the town of Obusi in the country's interior when it disappeared from radar. It later crashed in a forested area where footage showed flaming debris and bystanders rushing to assist. Among the dead are Defense Minister Edward Omain Boma and Environment Minister Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, along with a senior National Security Advisor, the Vice Chair of the ruling National Democratic Congress, and 3 crew members. The cause of the crash remains unknown, and authorities say an investigation is underway.
Stay tuned for the sports segment after this short message. Welcome to the sports segment. Dubla FC put on a commanding performance under the lights at Elmont Park, securing a decisive 3-0 win over We United FC in last evening's Premier League showdown. The breakthrough came in the 33rd minute with a composed finish from Travis Joseph, setting the tone for Dubla's dominance. The momentum continued into the second half when Mekoni Roye doubled the lead in the 63rd minute, capitalizing on a well-worked team play. Captain Brielle Thomas sealed the victory in a stoppage time with a clinical strike and was later named man of the match for his leadership and all-round performance. With this victory, Dubla FC continues to assert its presence in the league, while We United will be looking forward to bounce back in their next outing. Also in football, Mao Soccer Strikers delivered a commanding performance Tuesday night, crushing Harlem United 6-0 at the Technical Center. Artisan Dennis starred with a hat-trick, while Clemson Isaac and Frank Luke also found the net in a win that keeps Mao firmly in the title race. Man of the match, Addison Dennis. And in cricket news, New Zealand captain Tom Latham has been ruled out of the second and final test against Zimbabwe starting Thursday, August 7th in Bulawayo due to a lingering left shoulder injury. Latham missed the first test and hasn't recovered in time for the series decider. Mitchell Santner will continue as stand-in captain. Black Caps will also be without Will O'Rourke and Nathan Smith, who played in the opener but have been sidelined in injury.
And in women's cricket, Ireland's 18-year-old left-arm spinner Amy Maguire has been cleared to resume bowling in international matches following a suspension earlier this year. Maguire was reported for a suspect action during the first ODI against India in Rajok on January 10th, leading to a temporary ban under the ICC's illegal bowling regulations. Since then, Maguire has successfully remodeled her action and passed an independent assessment at an ICC-accredited testing center, which confirmed her elbow extension is now within the 15-degree limit allowed by the rules. Although cleared, Maguire is not included in Ireland's current squad for the ongoing T20 series against Pakistan in Dublin, which begins on Wednesday.
Also in cricket news, fast bowler Alzarri Joseph has been rested, while Romario Shepherd returns to the West Indies ODI squad for the upcoming 3-match series against Pakistan in Trinidad on August 8th, 10th and 12th. Joseph continues to have his workload managed while Shepherd makes a comeback after last playing ODIs in December 2024. West Indies, ranked 10th, are eyeing crucial points for 2027 World Cup qualification after a 3-0 loss to England. Rookie pacer Jediah Blades, 23, has also been included. Head coach Darren Sammy called the series a key opportunity to earn valuable ranking points.
And in more sports news, The 2025 OECS Boxing Championships wrapped up on Sunday, August 3rd, with St. Lucia retaining the team champion title. Held over 3 days at the Rodney Bay Pavilion, the event brought together top youth, junior, and elite boxers from across the Eastern Caribbean. Hosted by the St. Lucia Boxing Association in partnership with the OECS Commission and the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, the tournament showcased regional talent, sportsmanship, and unity. The event was supported by various partners, including the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports and the French Embassy, which contributed $15,000 to support regional integration through sport. And in the final standings, St. Lucia first with 24 points, including 4 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals. Trinidad and Tobago took second place with 16 points, 4 gold, 2 silver, and Guyana third with 15 points, 5 gold. Antigua was next with 9 points, 2 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze, and Martinique 8 points, 2 gold, and 1 silver. The special awards went to Best Junior Boxer, Necham Alex from St. Lucia, Best Female Boxer, Akila Vankuten from Guyana, Best Youth Boxer, Teron Wintz, also from Guyana, and Best Elite Boxer, John Didier from St. Lucia. Now in its second year, the tournament continues to grow, promoting boxing as one of the region's fastest developing sports. And Emonews congratulates St. Lucia on retaining the title. And finally, in sports, Manchester United are on the verge of signing RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko, edging out Newcastle in the race. Both clubs have been actively seeking a forward, but the Red Devils appear to have secured the Slovenian, who is expected to sign a 5-year deal at Old Trafford. Sesko, who joined a revamped attacking line that could include Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, potentially pushing United's summer spending to around €200 million. Manager Ruben Amorim has prioritized bringing in top quality signings to bounce back from last season's disappointing 5th place finish. However, the club still faces the challenge of offloading surplus players to avoid being weighed down by an inflated squad.
That's all for the sports segment. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
Hello, good day, and welcome to Weather Broadcast for today, Thursday, August 7th. I am your presenter, Annie Corette Joseph. Let's begin with the tropical weather outlook, and we continue to monitor this tropical wave in the central Atlantic. This wave is currently showing signs of further development and could become a tropical depression before approaching the area by the weekend. Let's look at the satellite imagery associated with this wave, and we continue to see further development in these cloud bands as the days progress. Interest in the Lesser Antilles, especially the Leeward Islands, you're advised to continue to monitor the progress of this wave. Let's look at Dominica this morning. On the eastern parts of the island, we saw cloudy skies, while the western saw very few low-level clouds during the course of the morning. Radar imagery indicated isolated showers across Dominica throughout the course of the morning. The Saharan dust concentration is expected to be pretty low for the next couple of days. People with respiratory sensitivities, you're advised to continue to monitor and exercise caution to avoid complications. Conditions for tonight: partly cloudy, to cloudy skies with a few showers, some hazy, slightly hazy conditions, and breezy conditions can also be expected. Winds generally out of the northeast, peaking to near 35 kilometers per hour. Tomorrow's weather: partly cloudy to cloudy skies with some scattered showers. Winds generally out of the east, peaking to near 30 kilometers per hour. Slightly hazy conditions expected. Temperatures to peak near 33 degrees Celsius on the west and about 31 on the east, and up to about 27 in the interior. Marine conditions: slight to moderate seas with waves peaking up to 3 feet on the west coast and 7 feet on the eastern coast. The high tides tomorrow will be at 3:15 a.m. and 4:39 p.m.,
while the low tides will be at 10:24 a.m. and 9:32 p.m. The next 3 days, partly cloudy to cloudy skies can be expected with some scattered showers. Temperatures to peak near 33 degrees Celsius throughout the period. Nights to cool to about 24 degrees Celsius along the coasts. Winds on Friday, tomorrow, winds picking up to 30 kilometers per hour coming out of the east. As moving to Saturday, a slight reduction to about 25 kilometers per hour with a slight southeasterly flow. And then Sunday, a further reduction to about 20 kilometers per hour. Marine conditions tomorrow cease to remain up to 7 feet. As we move into Saturday and Sunday, a slight decrease to about 5 feet can be expected. The sun will rise tomorrow at 5:49 a.m. and set at 6:33 p.m. For up-to-date information, you can scan this QR code to follow our WhatsApp channel, or you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Dominica Met, and also our website at weather.gov.dm. Thank you for viewing, and join us tomorrow for your next weather broadcast. Good day.
And this has been Emonews package for August 7th, 2025. I am your presenter, Anna Benjamin.
And I'm Rick Francis.
Thank you for viewing.